just love how Chris approaches video marketing. He's not only a pro when it comes to really crush it with video ads because he masters the first couple of seconds in a video creative, but also I really like how he's all about ethical marketing. And you see how it works. He has generated hundreds of millions of revenue with his brands. He's an absolute pro and I love listening to him. Thank you for joining us here on this virtual ad world stage again. This is Chris Erthel.
So I saw this and I thought, fuck. Walking home from my office in Barcelona and 100 meters next to my home, I saw this marketing ad. And I love the marketing industry, but there's just so many things wrong with these kind of ads and we're doing it way too much, right? Like showing a perfect model with photoshopped everything and everyone's gonna walk past it is gonna feel inferior and more depressed, and we have enough problems now with coronavirus, right? So one thing I really want with our industry is better than this. And unfortunately, when I went through the ad to prepare for the speech, I saw so many companies telling people you have this problem, you have to solve this, and if not, you're gonna not be good, or like they're showing images that are unreal. And we have to always think about like, you're showing a message to 100 millions of people. It's so easy now to reach masses and really think about the impact you have on your viewers. Because even if you have the best converting website, the best converting ads ever, 97% of your viewers are not gonna buy. But you're gonna leave them feeling worse than they did before seeing your ad, okay? So really think about the people who see your ad but don't buy, how you make them feel. That's a very, very important topic, okay? So please, less fake, more impact. Because you're actually gonna see, if you have ethical ads, and I'll show you so good examples of ethical ads that perform amazing, you have more impact, you have cheaper ad installs, you have a better ROAS, return on ad spend, right? And you will actually have also a better positive impact. And yeah, let's jump into it. But really, don't be a person that you make ads, that people who just view through your ads, they're gonna feel worse after seeing your ads than before. Because we have high enough suicide rate, depression rate with all these issues. So make ads that are, for example, humorous and funny, like showcase your product in a cool way. I'll show you a lot of ways how to do this, and you can do ethical ads, because we can reach millions of people very easily in our industry. So let's do it in a great way, which you win and the viewer wins. Quick thing about my first steps in online marketing. So 7 years ago, I moved to Barcelona and started a sunglass company. And as you see here, we have very, very colorful sunglasses. So now my question for you, which animal changes its color? Right, the chameleon. So the biggest chameleon in the world, the biggest species, is called Meller, which is why we called our company Meller. And we were able to grow very, very fast thanks to Instagram and Facebook ads. That was one of our first and most successful ads back in the day, 7 years ago, when the game was very different. Now it was about having hundreds of campaigns more image ads and all these things. We made thousands of A/B tests, right? We really loved it and we were growing very, very quick. But unfortunately, there's sad things with growing very, very quick, right? So 3.5 years in with Meller, I was all of a sudden in a position where I was just after uni. It was my first real project was Meller. And very young, leading a team, investing millions in Facebook ads, and being every 3 months in the headquarters of Facebook. And it sounds everything super cool, but I was not ready for all this pressure and the stress, right? So the problem was that it happened all too fast. And also if it's your own baby, you spend a lot of times until 4 a.m. in the office. I was really getting a huge burnout. So there's a picture for me that represents the best burnout I had. That's in the Google headquarters, and these two people here, in white are from Google. The rest is my amazing Meller team. And probably I don't even look so tired in this picture, but that was the most exhausted moment after meeting Facebook in the morning, and meeting Google, and already being so tired for whole months before. And that's the moment for me that I realized I have to change something in my life. Like it's just too much right now, and leading a team was very hard for me at that age. That was 3.5 years ago, right? So I had to do like 2 months of, I could not do anything. I was like out of the game. My co-founders respected it, which is amazing, but I was 2 months, I couldn't do anything. I was completely out, like burned out. And then I found more that my passion and what doesn't stress me is like helping, right? Like, so helping Meller, like from the sideline, be like, you should do this, you should do this, or like teaching, right? These are the things that I really love, and I always wanted to be a teacher as a kid. My mom is a teacher back home in Germany, and as a kid, I always played with my cousins, and I have a lot of cousins. I always played being teacher. And it's like a huge passion for me to listen to people's problems, to help them out, to have ideas for people, to teach the knowledge that I have. So when I started shifting more from like just being on the sideline and helping people with it, I have way less stress with it, and I feel like I can make a huge impact with my knowledge on cool projects. So like I'm doing creative workshops and I'm helping a lot of very big companies with this, and I love it, and it doesn't feel like work for me. So like that's the thing I found for me, and also good thing for you, because now I've helped 122 companies. I have seen a lot of things, so I can share with you the best ads and the best outcomes from all of this, and like also which organization on the algorithm works the best. And we're going to come to this with account simplification, right? And so that's actually where we're going to jump into now, because I'm seeing a lot of things. I see who is doing which and what works well. So let's actually jump into account simplification and why this is something you should all look into, right? Because when we have the roller coaster method, and we all probably know this, right? So it's like some days your ads are performing so well and you're like, wow, I'm on top of the world. Like I have the best cheap app installs, so I get a lot of sales. And then for no reason, it crashes, goes back up, crashes. We all know this, roller coaster effect, okay? Infamous roller coaster effect. It actually still happens, obviously, but to a way less amount with account simplification. So let's quickly jump into this. So before, and I was doing it the most, right? In Meller, we have now 4,500 A/B tests, which we run, and we are testing a lot of things. And you should still do that, but also we had a lot of campaigns and doing everything, like telling the algorithm to do this and that. And you want to let the algorithm run more loose, okay? So the best thing that I'm currently doing, and the numbers are very good, is keeping it very simple. So 7 campaigns. 7 ad sets, maximum always, and 7 ads. So these are always a maximum. If you can do less, perfect, okay? So 7 campaigns, typically you might need 5 or 6 even, okay? But try to keep it very low, the amount of campaigns that you're using. Then the ad sets, 7 is really the hard maximum here. If you can do it to 3 to 4 and also have some lookalikes in some broad audience together, that can be good. And here also have only few ads per ad set, like 3 to 4, but again, the hard limit would be 7, okay? So keep the account very simple. Also, it's very easy for you to then optimize on a daily basis, okay? So account simplification, a lot of companies are founders that are currently telling me that they're getting the best numbers with this. Have a look at this. Let's look at the algorithm really quick and why this is working well. If you say we are a skincare brand selling skincare in the US, we have now this audience of 12.5 million people, and now every dot would be a person. Right? So, of course, we have, imagine here we have 12.5 million dots, which I'm not going to paint, but we have 12.5 million dots. Facebook knows a lot about each of these people, right? Facebook has thousands of data points on them. So now let's use the beauty of the algorithm on this. So we're going to make an amazing ad, vertical. I will show you all about the ads in a couple of minutes. But we're going to make amazing ads and target this person here. And the person watches the ads for 4.5 seconds and then decides, no, it's not for me, keeps on scrolling. Facebook is going to give a negative data point, but still remember that the person watched a bit longer. This person just fully scrolls over it, negative data point. And now this person buys, this person ends up buying, this person ends up buying, and so on. This happens thousands of times. Now Facebook, the algorithm, is doing a very good job in narrowing down the audience to a perfect sub-audience of 340,000 people. And this is gonna work much, much better for your targeting, right? So, and also, if you have a simple structure, the algorithm can function much better in finding these people for you. So what's up for you to do is amazing video creatives where you crush the first second. And we're gonna jump right into this because this setup, you can all do it, and then it's about you getting amazing video ads. So, for the video ads, the three things I'm going to talk about is I'll show you success cases of ads that are working very well and grabbing the first attention and generating a lot of revenue in an ethical way. And you will see you'll love these ads. Then we're going to talk about the concept of triple vertical and how you can use it for your project, for your company. And the most important thing is the third thing. And this, I'm not going to show you yet. You're going to see it and you'll love it. Let's jump into it. So the first ad is you want to have the first second and crush surprise and humor, okay? Let's watch it together.
I wish I could bring milk and cereal in the car without making such a mess.
Introducing the Crunch Cup. Now you can take your milk and cereal on the go.
It's just not possible.
Right? So it's very hard to look away from this ad if in the beginning the milk is running out. Like it really grabs your attention. And they explain the product in 15 seconds in a funny way. Like these are the ethical kind of ads that really people are feeling better after seeing them instead of feeling worse. Let's go to the next one. Action impulse. You know, remember the ad when people are kicking at you, like this is something that works really well, or people running at each other. Let's watch it.
What's happening?
Oh, dude. First time?
Huh?
Yeah, we're on pause. He's grabbing a coffee or something. You might want to get comfortable. This may take a while.
Raid Shadow Legends. Your champions are waiting for you.
So, what are you doing after, huh?
I'm kind of seeing someone.
Right, cool. Yeah. Awkward.
Right? And in the end of the ad, we're even using humor, so it's a bonus point. But this is just a very, very well done of like action impulse to get the attention. Next one is like these first two ads, right? They were actually more expensive to do it well. And if you don't have this budget, go for user-generated content, like UGC, where you just have a person who is filming themselves, for example, and even if the camera is shaking, even better, because it seems like real content. Authentic, real content is the best. Or like in this case, just filming the person with their hands, and you see a known product, the AirPods, with your product, and you just compare in which ways is better. There's something that's like, when people scroll through the feed and we're like, oh, this is probably a friend explaining me this. So it's very, very real, authentic content, and that really works well these days. So let's watch this one. We're gonna watch it here, also the full ad, because it's like explaining well and it's a good call to action.
But I bet you have not seen these. These are the Between Pro from Status Audio. They're made by musicians for musicians, and right off the bat, they're just different than these. They have 3 speaker drivers in each earbud versus only 1 with these, 12 hours of battery, 4.5 hours of battery, and price, why don't you click through and find out, but I think you're going to be not surprised.
Right, so in the beginning what they did well is like he actually they cut it in half in the phrase. So you just hear half his phrase, but it was very engaging. And then in the end, why don't you click through and find out? Obviously very good call to action to not even reveal the price, but keep it unrevealed and open. Let's go to the next one. So I talk to a lot of founders, and that's something I love about my job, to always, like when they explain me the first call, the product, and I see the passion that they have for this. And I'm always like, we should use this for an ad. Like the passion I feel from you. When I first saw your product, I'm like, okay, it's that. But when you then see the passion that they have, you're like, wow, now I understand it. That's something that really works. Like, and if founders are not too shy to go in front of camera, it works so well. And even if they are actually shy, like these two, it's even better because if people see like, wow, they're actually shy, but they did it, and they are really showing the passion that they have for this product and why they invented it. So let's watch this ad, and if you're a founder out there and you can do it, people love it. Like it's so real when you show your motivation for why you did this product.
Hi, I'm TJ.
And I'm Julius.
And we are the founders of Minimize.
This is the Minimize, an award-winning shoulder carrier developed in Norway.
And with Minimize, it's never been easier and more fun to bring your children on adventures.
Right? So it's so nice to see them like presenting their product, which is helping a lot of parents out in the world. The next thing is like in your ads, to keep the attention of people, use the heartbeat method, right? So every 1.5 seconds, you change the content a lot. You see something very, very new. And this is done very, very well here in a 4.5 second ad, and it just keeps on changing. I'm gonna say, you're gonna see how I do cut on it. So here, cut, next one, and cut, and new content, and cut. It's like, this is even faster than 1.5, not like you wanna do maximum 1.5 or less. It's so engaging to watch through it if people shoot their ads in this way. So now, let's come to the concept, which I love a lot, is triple vertical. And you see, I'm very excited about marketing, but yeah, I hope you too, and I know you too. So yeah, let's jump into triple vertical. Let's watch this one from a Barcelona company. It's called European Bartender School. And it sounds like not a big project, but it's actually a very, very big company. And let's watch it. Right, so here, of course, I cut this ad because I just want to show you like how the structure of it, and now to explain you what you can do with this. So cutting your screen into 3 parts works super well on the feed on 4x5 or on 9x16 on the stories, right? And you really want to make, let's see this, here you have your screen. You want to cut it into 3 parts, and then you have all the structure you want. And I'll show you what works well for us, is having a video in the middle. And this actually can be a bit more branding, like you saw also here, a bit more branding style video, because you also have these other parts that support it, because you don't want to do only branding ads, because in the end, you don't want to pay Zuckerberg 3 times. You know, Facebook is getting a lot of money already, and if you have to first do a branding ad and retarget this with a conversion ad and so, you have to pay several times. So I really like it to put it all into one ad. So this could be a more branding video, but then it's supported by an image of your amazing product, so people can actually see what they're gonna shop. Like if they're gonna get a sunglass, or a blue light glass, or a Mela watch, these kind of things. You wanna have an image here. And then down here, you have space for text or discounts, okay? Because obviously, think about it. When people are scrolling through the feed, typically, they are doing it because they are in a passive mode. Like we get by far the most sales after lunch, because people are coming back to the office and they're like a little bit full still and they're not really ready to do the next task for their boss. And they're like, okay, I'm just gonna scroll a little bit for Instagram or Facebook, you know? And then they're gonna see the friends post and they're gonna see ads, but the chances they're gonna take action on these ads are lower, right? Because they can like, okay, I love these sunglasses. Like I have to get them one day, but I just put it to my task for later. I can do it on a weekend. And people then forget it. So you want to give them a reason why they should get your discount, the sunglasses now instead of later, right? So be like, and people get very happy when you offer them like, okay, we have the solution, right? So like we say like, now it's St. Patrick's Day and you get 2 per 1. And we're like, wow, it's cool. I can get 1 and 1 for my friend. And it's going to make people happy. So if you give them a reason, of course, it has to be, you know, tracked to a day, you know, like something where they know it's going to be only today, be fair with this and ethical. But with St. Patrick's Day and you put it like this, they're going to react a lot to this ad. Okay, so that's something that really works. Or have text here, of course, if you don't want to give discounts. But have something here, and also you can put your own structure. You can also put here testimonials, then a video, then text. It's up to you. But the structure of uploading one video to Facebook, and then you have images in it and different videos, it really works. So triple vertical is one of the things I would love for you to try it out because it's performing pretty well. Let's jump to the last of the video creatives. So here, now we talked about the success cases of ads that are performing really, really well and are ethical. Triple vertical, a concept that you should really try out because you have way more space and way more versions of what you want to communicate to people. You have to show free ads, you can do it all in one. And now, yeah, a big question mark. What's, for me, my biggest takeaway for you is the 15x1 method. All right? So 15x1 method, what does it mean? It means that it's so important to crush the first second, to get people to actually watch your video. And because it's so important, you want to make, and I know this is extra work, but it's so worth it and you will love it, the outcome. You want to make 15 versions of your ad. And I will help you with this, no worries, right? I will give you guidance now in the next minutes. You want to have 15 versions. Let's say you made a 35-second ad. You can also start it at second 10 and then show only the rest and see how this works. Only at second 5, right? Or you can start with humor, with action impulse, with a bold statement. You're gonna see so many options, but also if, like today, you have founder's passion, you chose this. Have the founder say 15 different phrases for the beginning. He has an extra effort, but you're gonna see one of them is gonna outperform the others by so much. Like, you're gonna freak out how much it changes, right? And we've been seeing sometimes like just having ads and cutting and finding a better first second, that it was 3.5 times better return on ad spend than the version before. And the whole video is the same, just changing the first second. So it's so worth it to really go 15x1. I'm gonna go 15 beginnings to my ad and to see how I can get people's attention and get them to watch and see the passion I have for my product and excite them for it. So the good thing is, all the things I showed you with the success cases are already things you can do, right? You can use surprise humor for the first second. You can use action impulse, and so on. The next thing I would like to show you is called pattern interrupt. A friend of mine who also loves going in front of a camera and does ads, he was standing under a lamp in the ad, and then he goes out of a lamp, right? And he's in the image, and people are like, what's happening? And they watch the ad. So you want to go out of a normal behavior, right? Because then you get people's attention. Let's look how Masterclass was doing this.
It's not juggling. This is called misdirection. And no matter what level you are at match.
All right, you see? So for this video, they had so many versions. And then they just, found out that the one of him juggling gets the most attention. So of course, we're going to, in the end, play this out. But it takes a lot of testing to do this. But it's so worth it. Okay, so 15x1, do it, and you will love the outcomes. The next thing, right? Bold statements. Let's watch what she says, and we will grab your attention. Again, a lot of testing into this, and then that's the best version.
Tell you something. Every person in their life has had $1 million idea. No doubt. No doubt.
Right, so here it's a longer ad. I cut it just to show you the important part. Every person has $1 million idea. And you're like curious, you want to know more, right? So these bold statements can also be put in text there, or she can say it. They work really good in the first second. Next thing, which is a very obvious one, but such a good performer, is questions, right? So having questions in the first second performs so well because people want to know what's the answer, what's happening. So here they put text in it, and this ad is a longer ad, but I would love for you and me to watch it fully because there's so many things that are well done. Like remember my last AdVolt speech, I told you put subtitles, put testimonials. Because testimonials in the end are you can always say, I have the best product as a brand. But if the customers say it and you see people who are actually just using it and you're like, yes, I love it, it helps me, it's much more real and more authentic and you trust these people much more. So testimonials are something that's very important, even on like say you use Shopify, on the checkout, right? If you put testimonials there, it's much better. You always want to have people's trust and not just the brand says this is cool. And also then in the ad, you see there's a frame around it. A lot of things are very, very right with this ad. So let's watch through it and you can take a lot of good takeaways. And starting with a question, which of course helps a lot. Does your water bottle clean itself?
Does your water bottle clean itself? Ours does. This is Lark, the world's first self-cleaning water bottle. And the reviews are in. But Lark doesn't just clean itself. It cleans the water inside, purifying water in 60 seconds with the touch of a button.
Wait, what?
So get rid of those wasteful plastic bottles. Ditch the dishwasher and say goodbye to funky smells. The Lark bottle kills 99.99% of bacteria and viruses, all while having a sleek and modern design. It keeps things hot for 12 hours and cold for 24. So whether you're a hiker, a biker, or a late nighter, make Lark the last water bottle you'll ever need. Sip smart with Lark.
All right, and even in the end of the ad, now like how the hand is just slightly perfecting the bottle is very, very well done in this ad, okay? And it's not an ad that makes you feel worse after viewing it. It's just like a nice way of showcasing a product. Now, I showed you a lot of great ads. And sometimes also I think it's good to learn with bad ads, okay? Because you see like what not to do. I found so many examples, but of course, I'm gonna show you only one to not go over time, but I call them scroll ads, like ads you see and you scroll over, okay? Let's watch them, and typically it's the big companies, right? They do it because it's new for them. Our world of digital marketing is very new for them, and they're not really skilled in it yet. So let's watch this ad from actually a company I love, but look at this ad at Google, right? So it's just white on white, it's not even vertical, and the first second doesn't grab your attention, doesn't have sound, it's just these bubbles going through a little bit of text, and that's it, right? So this is one of the ads that you would just see, scroll over, and it's good. And we have to avoid doing those ads and get tests on the first second. They have probably done 0 tests of how can we get more attention in the first second, right? So all of these ads were ethical, right? Because I decided only to show you ethical ads, but really remember, don't be a problem generator, okay? Like make ads that even when people view it and they don't buy, they don't feel better, they don't feel worse afterwards, okay? But now let's focus on the part more impact. Like how can you also do projects with positive impact, like help them to have more positive impact. This is a project from the World Food Organization, Share the Meal, and it's an app. And of course I couldn't explain you now what it does, but let's have an ad explain it to you so you see it. In the end, they managed to get 102 million meals shared so far, and of course much more coming in the next years. And very important, 70 cents. Let the ad explain you why. Let's watch it together.
70 cents. You can't get much for that. $0.70, but you can give a lot with it. With just 70 cents, Share the Meal feeds a child in need. Donating has never been easier with the Share the Meal app. Download now.
Right? So this ad, it grabs your attention and then you're like, okay, I can actually have a big impact. And I'm very happy to be able to help these very cool projects of the UN. And so are you. Like we have skills, but these organizations, like the charities, they really need our skills, right? And on the side, if you want to help everyone, and I can also help you to find the right match, right? But like every charity needs help. The WHO needs help to raise awareness in third world countries for COVID protection. Like there's so many projects that need help, and you can use this very cool technical tool for very great positive impact purposes. So one of my messages really please here, try to also find a way to use your very powerful skills in a great way and have impact with charities, with United Nations, with great project, or start your own great project, right? It's gonna help a lot, and we have such a cool industry we're living in. Like I love performance marketing. It's so much fun. Let's go through the winning video ads. Like what makes, because for you, like to help a lot and to get great impact, right? Less fake, more impact. What makes ads winning? Like what's the best way to get winning ads in 2021? We remember Crunch Cup, right? Surprise and humor, like the milk is running out and then he overruns the person who even explained it, right? Action impulse, someone kicking at you, or like people running at each other. That works. Of course, people like filming themselves with shaking phones, like real content and like authentic content from the users, something that helps. Or if you're a founder, right? Show your passion, And remember, always in the ads, heartbeat method, right? Every 1.5 seconds or less, change the content. So people, Then once you get them to watch, they stay watching it. Because of course, if you get a good view time on your ads, you're also gonna get good sales or good app installs, whatever your goal is, good leads, right? Remember also the next one, like, what was that? Pattern interrupt, right? So, first, second, how do you get them out of the box? Questions, bold statements, you know it, right? Also, 3 more things here. So, triple vertical, that's something that really works. Let's bring it back, right? You can put this up to your needs. Video could be here, image could be here. But if you already pay to Facebook and you pay to get 1,000 people, yeah, maybe show more messages. Have the images because people want to see the product right. But also they want to see what's behind it, the branding, or like what impact it has. So triple vertical is a very powerful tool to get more messages out at once. If you do want, give discounts because people are actually happy about getting them and be like, oh yeah, I'm saving money. And in this way, you get them out of a passive mode, right? But only do it for certain times if there's a real reason behind it. And testimonials help a lot, right? Because you get, not the brand is saying that you're awesome. Because, you know, every brand says, yeah, I make the best sunglasses. You know, it's easy to say that. But if the customers say that, then it's a whole nother level, right? So testimonials is something that really works on your website and in the ads. Let's not forget about the most important thing of all, the 15x1 method. So if you have one takeaway from this, really go out and be like the creative team, okay, we need 15 versions now. They might hate you for a second, but once we see the numbers, they're gonna be like, yeah, it was worth it, right? So 15x1, make 15 versions of your ads. If you wanna go, okay, it's too much, you make 10. But 15 is, for me, what I found is by far the best, because then we always find a very, very good one. And then see how your ads are viewed much more, performing much more. If you have positive messages of like from the WHO, if you have 15 versions of this, you're gonna get more viewed and you can help more people learn more about COVID in this case and how to protect themselves from COVID in countries that are not so well informed. Very, very important. Also, don't be a problem generator, okay? Less fake, more impact. Very, very important. Please, if you haven't watched these 2 shows, The Great Hack, The Social Dilemma, me and my friends, we watched them, we talked a lot about this, like how we are a part of this industry, and it's a very cool industry, but how we can be on the positive side of the industry and use this power that we have for positive knowledge. And you're also in this amazing industry, so watch it and then rethink a little bit, okay, how can I do what I'm doing, but in an ethical way? And it's very, very possible. And I know you have amazing projects, but watch them if you haven't watched them yet, and then maybe adjust if you have to adjust something, or keep on. But like, they are really good shows. And for example, I think it's good. Like I think it's good that we are now in a time that Apple and Google are a bit more about data privacy, because if you have very good video ads, your ads are going to work anyway. Like, you can get people on the top of the funnel and they can buy right away because they love the product you show them. So you need to have like all these technical skills later, which are like invading their privacy. So it's very possible to do ads which grab people's attention and get them to buy right away, and we can do it in a less privacy invading mode, right? So I'll leave you with this, and we know less fake, more. Yeah, you know it. Thank you.